Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our final day, day 10 of our 10-day Wake Up Yoga Challenge. Well done for everybody who has joined us every single day for this. And all the videos will be available for you to repeat and do again whenever it suits you. My name is Kelly, and I will be guiding us through another final short vinyasa flow this morning, building on all the postures that we have practiced over the last 9 days, building up our strength and flexibility. So we will start in easy pose, Sukhasana, and just bring our awareness to our breath. Taking some deep breaths here. And start to do some rolls of the neck. You're dropping your left ear to your left shoulder, dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. And then bringing your hands to your shoulders. We can do some rotations backwards. And then forwards. Okay, we can do some lateral stretches here as well. So inhale, arms above head. Exhale, right arm to the mat. And turning your head to look up towards your left arm overhead. Taking a few breaths here, feeling that side body stretch. And then back to center. Inhale, arms above head. And exhale over to the left-hand side. Left arm down to the mat, right arm overhead, and just turn your head to look towards that upper arm. Taking a few breaths here. And then returning back to center. We'll do some seated cat-cow poses. So inhale, raise your head, bring your chest forward and up. Exhale, round the spine, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. 2 more. And now bring ourselves onto tabletop, spreading the fingers, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And we will thread the needle. So let's take our right arms up and then thread underneath our left arm, bringing our left arm to the mat if that's comfortable. But just bring yourself wherever feels best here. And then back up. This time taking the left arm up and threading it underneath your right arm. Bringing your ear to the mat. And then back to center, where we will do bird dog crunches. So let's start with our left leg extended, right arm extended. Bring that left leg up, and on an exhale, crunch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hand and knee back to the mat. Switch sides to the right leg, left arm. Exhale to crunch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing your hands and knees back to the mat. Okay, from here, we'll move up into downward dog. Bringing those heels down to the floor. Keeping a neutral spine, rocking your head. Pedaling out your legs, warming up the backs of your legs here. And then on an inhale, we'll glide forward into a high plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. We inhale, raise onto your toes. Exhale, let your heels come down towards the mat. Inhale, raise up onto your toes. Exhale, heels down to the mat. Inhale, glide forward into a high plank. Exhale, drop your knees and your body to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. And we'll do the same again. Inhale, raise up to your toes. Exhale, heels down to the mat. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, bringing heels down. And then inhale, glide forward to a high plank. Exhale, release your body to the mat. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Holding here for a few breaths. Bring your navel towards your spine. And on an inhale, bring your right hand forward and your left leg to meet into a halfway fold. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, uncurl, arms above head, and then hands together into prayer pose. Oh, my camera has dropped down a little. Raise it up. Okay, so we are in prayer pose, standing tall. And then inhale, arms above head. Exhale into chair pose. So keeping your legs together, bring your legs down, bending at your knee, as if you're going to sit on a chair, but keeping your chest high, arms up, gazing upwards. And on each exhale, see if you can sink a little lower. Drawing your navel to your spine, keeping those arms long, gazing up in the same direction as your arms. Keeping your chest high, but lowering and really squeezing those thighs. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, curl back up. Arms above head, hands to chest. And this time we'll go back down into our chair pose. But we're going to take our right elbow to our left knee and just spin round. So we're in chair pose, but we're adding a twist. And just look up over your left shoulder. Spinning around a bit further if you can. Then inhale, arms above head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, curl back up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Bend back into chair pose, and this time twist to the other side. Left elbow to right knee. Twisting to look up over your right shoulder. Engaging your thighs, your glutes, your abdominals to hold this pose. And then inhale, oops, arms above head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Planting your arms, take your left leg back onto your toes into a runner's lunge. And on an inhale, come up into a high lunge. Dropping your arms slightly backwards rather than straight up above your head to give yourself a back bend here. And then we're going to move into Warrior Two. So we're going to bring our left leg down onto the mat. My camera keeps dropping today. Raise it back up a little. So we should be in Warrior Two. Right foot facing the top of your mat, the short end. Your left foot, your heel just out at an angle, aiming towards the back corner of your mat. Arms outstretched, bend into your right knee, making sure that it stays above your ankle. Arms stretching out in opposite directions. Bring your navel towards your spine, gazing over your middle fingers. Turn that front hand to face upwards as we move into reverse warrior. Gazing up towards your right hand. And then back into Warrior Two. Gazing over your right hand, stretching fingertips in opposite directions. Keeping your legs strong, bending into that front knee. Making sure your back leg is stretched far away, legs in opposite directions, putting your weight towards the back edge of your left foot. And from here, we're going to move into triangle pose, Trikonasana. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we can stretch out towards the right and then drop down, keeping that right leg straight. So we're taking the bend away. Either bringing your hands to the floor or to your shin. Left arm straight up in the air. And just spinning your torso around to look towards the ceiling. Inhale, bending the knee, coming back up into Warrior Two. Parallel the feet, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, bend backwards. Exhale, forward fold, hands between your feet, taking a nice wide stance. dropping your head down and taking some relaxing breaths here. I'm just going to fix this camera. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, return to standing, bringing those feet in. Move back to the top of your mat, and we will do the same on the other side. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands. Take your right foot back onto your toes into a runner's lunge. Now an inhale, come up into a high lunge. Sinking down low, bringing your arms slightly behind you to give you a back bend. And then from here, we'll transition into Warrior Two. So we are just pivoting our back foot so that our heel is now angled towards the back right of the mat. Keeping your front toes facing towards the front of your mat with a bend in your left knee, and bringing your arms up high, stretching in opposite directions, bringing your navel in towards your spine, and gazing over your left hand. Turn that front hand to face the ceiling as we move back into Reverse Warrior. Gazing up towards our hand. And then back into Warrior Two. Standing nice and wide here. Stretching the fingers away from each other, standing tall through our feet. And from here, we're going to straighten up our left leg. We're going to inhale, and on an exhale, we'll stretch forwards and drop down into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Moving your hand to wherever feels comfortable, if it's on your shin, on the floor. And then once you are comfortable, turn your torso towards the ceiling, looking up towards your right hand. And then bring a bend back into that left knee as we come back up into Warrior Two. Gazing over your left fingers. Bringing your navel towards your spine, stretching your fingers out in opposite directions. Keeping your feet active with your right foot pressing into the outer edge. And then you can bring your hands to your hips as you parallel your feet. Inhale, bend back. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a nice wide stance to bring your hands to the mat. Dropping your head down. letting your shoulders drop away from your ears. And an inhale, come up halfway. And exhale all the way up, bringing your legs back to center, back together. And we're going to move on to tree pose. So from here, we're going to shift all of our weight into our left leg. We're going to find a point in the distance in front of us that will not move, where we're going to gaze. Bring all your muscles into towards your stomach, holding strong here. So bringing your navel towards your spine, engaging your abdominal muscles, engaging your glutes and your thighs. And when you're feeling strong and tall, bring your right foot up to the inner thigh of your left leg. Bring your hands to heart center. Making sure your knee is angled out rather than turning in towards your body. Maybe taking a slight bend in your left leg to find balance here. And then relax into tree pose. Remembering to draw your navel into your spine, keeping your core active and strong. And then slowly release that right leg back down to the ground. Maybe take a few steps here to loosen up. And then shifting all your weight into your right leg. So the same as we did before, really make sure you're engaging your core muscles here, bringing strength and stability to your body, finding that point to gaze softly at, drishti. And then when you feel ready, bring that left leg up and press it against your thigh, drawing your knee out away from your body and your hands to heart center. Making sure to keep those core muscles holding strong. Keep breathing. And if you lose your balance, that's fine. Just center yourself once more, engage those muscles before you're ready to bring your foot back up. Or if balance is difficult for you today, then you can just keep your foot at your ankle rather than raising it up high. Our balance can shift around from day to day, month to month. And then slowly release that left leg to the mat, keeping our hands at heart center. We're just going to take our feet slightly wider than our hip width apart. Turn our feet out towards the front of the mat, but at a slight angle away from each other. Inhale. And as we exhale, sink down into Malasana. Adjust your feet here to what feels comfortable. Wedging your elbows into press against your legs, around your knees. Squatting down, but not quite coming to sit on the floor. But if this feels too uncomfortable, you can pop a block under your bottom. Keeping your hands parallel. Breathing. And then just let your hands release to the floor and slowly guide yourself down to sit in staff pose, Dandasana. Keeping your legs and feet active, toes pointing towards the ceiling, engaging all the muscles in your legs to sit up tall, bringing your tummy towards your spine, arms down by your side, hands on the mat. And we're going to do a forward fold here. So inhale, stretch your arms above your head, lifting your chest. As we exhale, fold forward, guided by your chest, finding a comfortable place to put your hands, whether that be grasped around your big toe, around your feet, or simply at your shins, wherever feels comfortable to stretch to. Inhale, come up. Exhale, see if you can sink lower towards your legs, towards your knees. Gazing over the tops of your toes. And then on an exhale, allowing your head to drop down for your spine to round ever so slightly for an extra stretch. And then slowly uncurl and come back to center. And we will move onto our backs to rest on our forearms as we do our prep for boat pose. Bringing your legs together, feet together, raise your feet off the floor so that they're parallel to the floor, but continue to rest back on your forearms. And we'll just do a few toe taps to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then release your feet, release your back. Take a few breaths. And now bring yourself up onto your sit bones. We're going to try a half boat pose, and then if you're feeling comfortable, you can raise your legs up into a full boat. So bring your arms and legs parallel, chest high for a half boat. And then if you're feeling comfortable, raise these legs up into boat pose, keeping your chest high and your legs parallel, your arms parallel to the mat. But if that feels a little too much, then just take it back down into half boat pose. 3 breaths here. And slowly release your feet, release yourself back onto the mat. Letting your abdominals take a rest for a moment. And then we will do one more boat pose. So again, see if you can challenge yourself to go into the full boat, starting at half boat, raising your legs up, keeping your chest high. 3 breaths. And release back to the floor. Bring your heels towards your bottom. And we're going to do a bridge pose here to give ourselves a bit of a back bend. You can either keep your hands flat on the floor as you lift your hips up, or you can clasp them together, shuffle your shoulders underneath as you push your hips higher through your legs, pushing your hands into the mat and your hips away from you. And slowly release back down to the mat. And here we're going to do figure 4. So you can bring your feet back up to place just away from your bottom. Bring your left leg over your right thigh to make a 4. Hugging your right thigh with your hands and just bring both your legs close to your chest. And then release your legs back to the mat and switch sides, bringing your right leg across your left thigh, hugging your left thigh with your hands and just drawing them closer to your chest, just to where it feels comfortable. You can feel that stretch. And then release your legs back to the mat, keeping your feet on the mat. Bring your knees together and just let them drop slightly to the floor, slowly to the floor. Bring your hands out either side of you and turn your heads to look towards your right hand. And you can move around with your knees to find where it feels like a good twist for you. Maybe releasing out one leg and letting your knee fall over. That feels like a better twist. You can release your left leg and let your right knee fall over it, or keep both knees together, looking in the opposite direction. Bring your legs back to center. And this time we'll let our knees slowly drop to the right side. And again, decide here if you would like to straighten out your right leg and let the left knee fall over towards the right, or if you want to keep your knees together and gaze towards your left hand. And then slowly bring your knees back to center bringing them up to your chest. And if it feels comfortable, grabbing the outside of your feet, keeping your feet parallel to the ceiling, facing up to the ceiling. And you can draw your knees towards your armpits as we move into a happy baby. Rocking left to right. And then release your legs back down, finding a comfortable position for Shavasana. Propping anything under your knees to support your lower back. Letting your feet drop out to the sides. Arms slightly away from your body, hands facing the ceiling. And let your body sink into the mat as you let go of any tension. And we'll do a quick body scan. Start by bringing your awareness to your feet, your toes, the tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, your ankles, up your shins to your knees and your thighs, and just let your legs relax, letting go of any tension. Feel them heavy as they sink into your mat. Move your awareness to your pelvis, your hips, your belly button, your lower back. And just let go of any tension here, letting everything relax. Moving further up your torso to your chest, your upper back, shoulder blades, shoulders, letting them sink into your mat. And now bring your awareness to your shoulders as we move down each arm to elbows, down to wrists, to the palms of your hands, the back of your hand, each thumb and finger, letting everything relax and sink into your mat. Now bringing your awareness to your throat, the back of your neck, your chin, your jaw, your lips, your tongue, softening and relaxing. Bringing awareness to your nose, your forehead, the crown of your head, and the back of your head. Letting go of any tension. Be aware of your entire body just letting go and relaxing and sinking into the floor as we move into a few minutes of silence to relax and let go and absorb all the work that you have done today and all of last week. And I will bring you back shortly.
And slowly bringing your awareness back to your body. Starting to deepen your breathing. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe taking a whole body stretch with your arms above your head, toes extending. And when you're ready, move onto your side and take a few deep breaths here. And then using your hands to guide yourself up to a seated position, bring yourself back. So well done, everybody. You have completed the 10-day challenge, which is fantastic. And I hope that you are feeling better for it. I hope that you have found some strength and flexibility, and you can keep working on these by going back over any of the sequences whenever you like. So thank you very much for joining me these past 10 days, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.